trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you.
All aboard! Choo-choo! Welcome to our last night together at Rocky Railway. I'm Julian, and I have been your conductor on this amazing virtual VBS adventure. Let me introduce some of the choo-choo crew. Now, guys!
A lot happened. I was back there, and it got wild and crazy, and all of a sudden a bag appeared on me, and I was just lost and confused, and it just was not okay.
Well, we saved your life.
I appreciate
Are you okay?
Ooh, I'm good.
All right.
Wow. Miss Amanda, way to go pulling that bag off his head so quickly. I am so excited to help you sing, have fun, and learn how Jesus' power pulls us through every single day. Let's sing our favorite theme song, Your Power Will Pull Us Through.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
It's been fun to have everyone riding the rails with us here at Rocky Railway. A long time ago, trains were the best way to take a long trip. And when people started using trains in North America, they couldn't get all the way from across the United States on one train. There was a train that covered one part of the country and a different train that covered another side of the country.
Oh.
Finally, they made it so that the tracks connected. And it was such a big deal that they put a solid gold spike in the train track to seal the deal. I'm just gonna...
Oh, is that on purpose?
Yeah, I'm just gonna borrow your hands for a second. Is that all right?
No problem
there?
at all.
Bud, choo-choo crew?
Oh, just kidding.
Oh, you scared me for a second. Can you take one step here to the left?
To the left? To the right?
My left. Not your left. All right, hold on.
Good tying
Almost
skills.
done putting this gold train track in.
Oh, this is a bandana.
Now the whole country was connected. This whole week at Rocky Railway VBS, we're discovering how we are all connected to Jesus' power. And that makes me want to dance and celebrate and sing an awesome song about Jesus' power. Why don't you guys join us?
Good idea.
Let's go. Oh. Wait a minute. All right.
Perfect.
Would you do service for Jesus, your King? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you live daily His praises to sing? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Would you do service for Jesus, your King? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you live daily His praises to sing? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Oh, there is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb.
Let me get this off of me right now, friends. So sorry about that. So each day this week, we have shared a new Bible verse that goes with our Bible point. Today's Bible verse comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 29. I can't make a 9. It says, He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. We want you to work hard to remember the daily Bible verse as well as the daily Bible point. Today's Bible point is a great one. It is, Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
Trust Jesus.
Awesome job, friends. God will always put great friends into our lives to help us live our life and give us courage, even when we don't feel like we have the power to go on.
All week long, we have been getting to know amazing Bible memory buddies who help us remember our Bible points. We have learned some incredible truths from the Bible this week. On day 1, we met Ramsey, and this tough ram helped us remember Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Trust Jesus.
On day 2, we met Ava. Yes, Ava, a majestic bird who helps us remember Jesus' power gives us hope.
Trust Jesus.
It is time for us to take a look at tonight's Bible buddy. His name is Lawrence Elk. And you guessed
It's
it.
a turkey.
No, he's an
Turkey.
elk. His name is Lawrence Elk. He's an elk. Turkeys don't live in the mountains.
Bear.
What
bear,
is it?
right?
You guessed it. It was an elk.
Ah!
This is a good try.
Thanks, Julian.
You're welcome. Why don't you guys check out the video of Lawrence Elk?
I heard everyone was steaming ahead with the last day of Rocky Railway. Glad you're here. I'm Lawrence Elk. Not a moose, not a ram, but an excellent elk. Male elks are called bulls, and me and my bull buddies like to hang out way up in the Rocky Mountains. In the winter, we move down where we can find grass. But in the spring and summer, we head for the hills. It's important that we stick together with the herd. Some elk herds are as big as 400 friends. Although my antlers are big and strong, female elk or babies don't have these. And a hungry bear is hard to fight off. Speaking of these amazing antlers, they are pretty incredible if I do say so myself. Sometimes they come in handy when other herds get too close to mine, or I need to show another bull that I'm in charge. Yeah, sometimes we butt heads, even in our happy herd. But I try not to get too attached. Literally, they fall off every year and I grow a new set. How cool is that? God also gave me a unique power to help me communicate with the herd. That's called bugling. It's a little like roaring and whistling at the same time. It keeps my herd close together where we can be safe. Our herd even has scouts, a few elk who stand watch while others graze. We have to look out for each other. Do you have friends who look out for you? Friends you like to call out to when you're sad or silly, happy or hurting? Or do you sometimes butt heads with your buddies? Maybe you need the power to forgive and love a friend when you're not getting along. You don't have to do that all by yourself. Jesus gives you his power to help be a good friend. Jesus gave this powerful command in the Bible. Love each other in the same way I have loved you. If you're butting heads with your buddies and not getting along, you can trust Jesus' power and follow his words. Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus.
When you see Lawrence, remember that Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
Trust Jesus.
You know, it's fun when we make connections with our good friends.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes what I know is that there are times when we do or say things, or our friends do or say things that hurt our friendships. For example, a friend might tell us a lie or leave us out of a game, and that does not feel very good. A friend may say mean or unkind words, and those things can pull our friendships apart. I want you to think for a quick minute of something that may have happened to you with a friend that sort of pulled apart or broke up one of your friendships. You don't have to say it out loud. Just kind of think about it for a second. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to imagine that this finger is you and that this finger is a friend. Press your fingertips together. Yeah, perfect, just like that. Now, parents, at home, you're going to try to pull each child's fingers apart by placing your hands on their arms just below the elbow, like here, like here. Why don't you guys demonstrate for us here? Okay, and you can just try it out on Mr. CJ.
Oh.
So CJ's got his friends together. You're going to place your hands just below his elbow, and then you're
strong.
Yeah, he's pretty strong dude.
Yeah.
So you're going to try and pull his arms apart, and CJ, I need you to say our Bible point with us today. Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. But don't do that part.
Right, 'cause then,
Yeah, because then, Yeah, okay. Are we ready to give this a try?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are going to take a few seconds and try this over and over with each other. Why don't you guys go ahead and try it now?
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
Trust Jesus. So you guys take a few seconds and try this over and over again at home. And I'm going to keep track. When
You work pretty hard.
When you finished, put your pointer fingers up in the air. No matter how hard you tried, you couldn't pull each other's fingers apart. Why do you think it was so hard or impossible to pull someone's fingers apart? Well, when we're friends with Jesus, we can trust his love and power to be the kind of friend who sticks by us, even when things get really tough. Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
Trust Jesus.
Let's sing a song called We Can Trust Him. Stand up and join us.
If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah. Oh, yeah. If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. Yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. Yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, we can trust Him, we can trust Him.
All right, boys and girls, it's our final night of VBS. We've been seeing Locomotive Larry every single night, so I'm guessing he's going to come out of nowhere and surprise us completely. If you remember, a couple days ago, we had that big boulder that was in the way of the train. And yesterday, there was a big problem with the train tracks. Hopefully everything's working for our final night of VBS. Have you guys seen Locomotive Larry?
Hey, Julius.
Julian? Everything okay?
No. Does it look like everything's okay, Julius?
Julian, not really. You seem a little down.
I am a little down.
Okay.
Well, the train, yes, it's up and working.
It's
Everything's
looking great,
working.
by the way.
Thank you. Everything's good with the train. The tracks, those are fine too.
And they're
Those are
straight, they're
fixed.
not
They are.
zigzagging?
They are. But I've got another problem.
Oh no. Did the Wawa close down?
Oh no, that would be a huge problem.
Okay.
No.
There,
no.
that's okay. Okay.
This is a big but smaller problem than that.
Okay. Not as bad.
No.
What's wrong?
And this problem, it could stop us from delivering our M&Ms up the mountain.
Oh no, not the M&Ms.
I know.
Oh, locomotive. I finally thought of what that catchphrase was for M&Ms.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I have it. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the M&M? Is that it?
No,
That's
that's definitely not it.
Not it?
Do you know what that is?
Uh-huh.
Jolly Ranchers.
Oh, silly me.
Yeah,
Jolly
blue
Rancher.
raspberry.
Ooh.
The best.
I like the watermelon.
Ooh, watermelon, that's good too.
Yeah, pretty
That's,
good.
that's a good one. I would say
Yeah.
blue raspberry, then watermelon,
Okay.
then the green,
Nice.
then the red, then the
Is
grape.
it the green apple?
Green apple.
Right.
Anyway, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, I do love Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, they're good.
But here's the problem.
Uh-huh.
We have a new fireman on our team.
Hold on, the big red truck guy that fights fires? I didn't know they were on trains.
No, not those firemen.
Oh.
The shoveler, like
Oh,
my
that's
job.
like your job. Okay,
Yes,
cool.
it's another name for it.
Oh, I see.
And we have a new person on our team.
Oh, is he a cool guy?
He is so annoying.
Oh.
Every single second of the day, he's talking to me. Can you believe it? He likes to talk a lot.
He talks a lot.
And he goes every second of the day, he's like, "Hey, Larry, what's your favorite color?"
What is
hey,
your favorite color?
Magenta, actually.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, hey, Larry, what's your favorite color? Hey, Larry, how old are you? Wow, that's really old. How can you still work on a train? Hey, Larry, do you know what my favorite part of the train is? Being the fireman. I love it so much. You're my best friend ever. Blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
He just keeps talking and never stops.
It sure seems like he doesn't stop talking. Well, locomotive, honestly, it seems like you're kind of being mean to this guy. He's just trying to get to know you a little bit.
Julius, I
Julian.
don't think you understand. You don't know what it's like being interrupted when you're trying to do your job
Uh-huh.
and to have someone call you by the wrong name. He doesn't even call me Locomotive Larry, he calls me Larry.
Larry,
Well,
Larry. I think Julian knows exactly how you feel.
Hmm.
Julian, you are a teacher, right?
Yes, I am.
And so he works with like littles all the time, and I'm sure they talk just as much as your fireman friend, right?
Yeah, I mean,
No, you haven't met this guy. You haven't met this guy at all.
He actually
talks
sounds
a
a
lot.
lot like my friend Taylor
oh, Taylor
that I
does
was just
talk.
talking about. Taylor
Yeah.
Brown.
This Taylor.
He does
But-
talk a lot.
Yeah. That is like at Revolution
Right.
with my friend sometimes.
Mhm.
Talks a
Awesome.
lot.
Uh-huh.
But it's fine. It's okay.
He's not now the guy on my team is not named Taylor, but he sounds a lot like what you're describing.
I'm just
This guy
saying.
talks a lot,
Right.
just doesn't stop talking.
Yeah.
He likes this football team a lot. I forget the name of
The
it.
Schmeagles.
Something like that.
Yeah. Weird.
But Julius
Julian.
and Carissa,
Marissa.
Marissa.
imagine being interrupted when you're trying to talk and being called by the wrong name in the process. It's pretty easy to get annoyed.
It does
Do you know how easy it is, Julius, to get annoyed when someone
Julian.
interrupts you and does that?
I was going to say, it does sound pretty familiar.
I hope no one ever
Yeah.
does that to you. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, hopefully not.
But I don't know what to do.
Well, I mean, again, like I was saying, you weren't being very nice to this guy.
Can you blame me?
Well, today at VBS, we're learning how Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. Maybe you can try being a better friend to this guy. Maybe he's lonely and he just wants someone to talk to. Maybe he's having a hard time with a new job and new people that he's around. So he's trying to do like a nice icebreaker so he can get to know you. Maybe think about how he would feel, or how you would feel if you were in his shoes.
So Jesus can give me the power
Yes.
to be a good friend.
Yes.
Even when the person talks a lot
Even when he talks a lot
and calls you by the wrong name
and calls you by the wrong name
and interrupts you a lot.
and interrupts you all the time. I have an idea.
That's great news.
I have an idea still. To offset all of the talking, maybe do a lot of praying. And that might help you a little bit. Feel better when he gets on your nerves a little bit.
That's a good idea, Julius.
Julian.
And I think that Jesus can help me be a good friend to everyone.
Wow. You're a smart guy, Locomotive.
You're a smarter guy.
Thank
Julius.
you. Thank you. Julian.
And you know, all this talk about being a good friend
Uh-huh.
and helping, and you're helping me discover how Jesus can help me be a good friend.
Right.
I want to do something that a good friend would do for you.
Oh, for me?
Yes, for you.
Well, that's so nice, Locomotive Larry. You don't have to do that.
No, I insist. But I gotta run and get it from the Wawa.
Oh, it's at the Wawa.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
So will you still be here in a little bit?
Yeah, we'll still be here. We're going to be
Okay.
singing and dancing and doing a lot of fun things.
Okay, I gotta run. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It should only take me about like 2 or 3 hours.
Perfect. We'll hopefully still be here.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
I'll be back as soon as I can, Julius.
Okay.
Thank
Julian,
you again.
Yeah, be safe.
You're
Be
the
ni-
best,
You
Julius.
too. Be nice to your friends. All right, boys and girls, let's do another song.
This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Okay, now let's bring it down.
This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train. This train. This train.
Hey everybody, I'm Miss Stacy, and it is time for me to share another incredible story from the Bible with you all. In today's Bible story, we will learn about a man who really felt powerless and without any hope, just like we can all feel at times. Today's Bible story comes from the book of Mark, and is about a man who was paralyzed. Being paralyzed meant that he couldn't walk or use his legs. Just think for a minute how hard it would be to do things if you couldn't walk around. How could you get dressed? What kind of games could you play? How easy would it be for you to even make friends? Well, today's story actually takes place a few days after Jesus had touched a man who had leprosy and made him better. Jesus was going from town to town, performing miracles, and everyone wanted to see him. People were excited whenever they heard that Jesus was in their area because they either wanted to see a miracle or be the one who was healed. Enjoy today's story of Jesus and a man whose good friends helped him get his miracle. Jesus entered one of the homes in Capernaum, and people quickly gathered around him. So many people came that there was no room left, not even outside the door. You can probably imagine that people were pushing each other a little bit to squeeze everyone in. Plus, there were people gathered outside to see or hear Jesus when he came out. That's where things got really interesting. There were 4 men who heard that Jesus was in town. These 4 men had a good friend that was paralyzed. These friends had also heard all about Jesus performing miracles. They knew that if they could get their friend to see Jesus, that he would be healed. The 4 friends decided to carry their paralyzed friend on a mat to see Jesus. They walked a very long way until finally reaching the house where Jesus was speaking. As soon as they got to the house where Jesus was, they realized that they wouldn't be able to get through to see Jesus. It was just too crowded.
Oh no, there isn't any room.
There is no way we will be able to see him.
I think we may have traveled all this way for nothing.
It's hopeless. We have failed our dear friend.
Now, I would be thinking those things as well. Not to mention that the man they were carrying was probably getting really heavy. However, these men were desperate to see Jesus. They didn't know how long Jesus would be in town, so they were determined to see him that very day. One of the friends had an idea.
I've got an idea. I have the best idea.
You might think this sounds crazy, but I know a way for us to get him in.
Well, hurry up. Tell us your plan.
Yes, yes, yes!
The four friends huddled up and devised their plan. They decided to take their friend to the roof of the house that Jesus was at. Now that might sound impossible to us, but houses were built differently then. Most houses had staircases outside to get to that flat roof. With a flat roof, people could use this area as an extra living space. It might have been like having a deck on the roof of your house. Plus, the roof wasn't made with large pieces of wood and didn't have shingles. It had tiles or plaster that could be lifted or broken through easily to make a hole. So back to our story. The group gathered up their friend and got him to the roof of the house where Jesus was.
Almost there.
Just a little higher.
Heave ho, friends. We can do this.
1, 2, 3, push!
The Bible says that after digging through the roof, the men lowered the mat that the paralyzed man was lying on down to where Jesus was. Can you imagine being there in the house, listening carefully to Jesus speak, when all of a sudden you hear something coming from above you? The ceiling is crumbling a bit, and everyone stops and looks up to see what's going on. All of a sudden, a man drops through the roof. Whoa! I'm sure Jesus was smiling as the man was being lowered down. These men were so sure that Jesus would be able to heal him, otherwise they wouldn't have gone to so much trouble. Now, the first thing Jesus said to the paralyzed man when he saw that they believed was, "Son, your sins are forgiven." That is probably not what the man was expecting, since he came to Jesus because he wanted to walk. However, Jesus knew what this man needed most of all, because Jesus always knows what is in our hearts. Jesus knew that being paralyzed is super difficult, but even worse than that was to not be forgiven. Well, some of the teachers of the law heard Jesus forgive the paralyzed man, and they began thinking, how dare this man forgive sins? Only God can do that. Immediately, Jesus knew what they were thinking, and Jesus said to them,
Why are you thinking these things?
This probably startled the men, because Jesus knew exactly what they were thinking. Jesus then asked,
Which was easier, to say to the paralytic, your sins are forgiven, or to say, get up, take your mat, and walk? Let this show you that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins.
What Jesus was trying to get through to the teachers of the law was that he was the Son of Man, and God had given him the power to forgive sins and heal people. These things could not be done by just a regular person, but only by God. Then, before he was all finished, Jesus said to the paralyzed man,
I tell you, get up, take your mat, and go home.
The Bible says that right then the man got up, took his mat, and walked out in full view of everyone. I just have to wonder how the man reacted when he was suddenly told that he could get up and go home. I'm thinking he thanked Jesus and maybe even gave him a big hug. He probably laughed and maybe did a little dance on his way out. He probably didn't go straight home either. What a day that would have been for him and his friends. The crowd was very amazed too, and they praised God, saying, we have never seen anything like this. You know, we can all learn a lot from this Bible story. I mean, think about it. The friendships in our lives really do matter. Having friends helps us show Jesus' love to others. Jesus said that when we treat each other as friends, that shows other people who don't know him yet that he is real. In many ways, the paralyzed man was completely powerless. If his friends hadn't helped him that day, he would have never been able to see Jesus and would have never been healed. When we become friends with someone and share life with them, we say we have made a connection with that person. These connections can help us with whatever life throws our way. Today, we celebrate that truth, and we know it is so important that we stay connected with other friends of Jesus. You know, Jesus' power pulls us through life's ups and downs, but the most important connection you will ever make is when you make Jesus your forever friend. This makes a way for us to be in heaven with him someday. Aren't you so glad God has given us good friends to spend each day with and live life with? Today we celebrate that truth, and we know this: Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus. Let's sing about that amazing power right now.
I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. 'Cause God is here and he is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Turn it around and move to the right.
1, 2, 3.
Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 jumps back, but you better look back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop. I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and he is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Turn it around and move to the right.
1, 2, 3.
Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 jumps back, but you better look back.
Let's do it all again right now.
Take 4 steps to the left, to the left.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Turn it around and move to the right.
1, 2, 3.
Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 jumps back, but you better look back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop.
All right, Grace kids, it is almost time for you and your families to dive into your last night of at-home activities. And can I just tell you, we saved the best for last.
Oh, yeah.
Excited.
We have so much fun in store for your families tonight. Your families are going to go on an amazing treasure hunt together. If you listen carefully and follow all the clues, just like they are written, you will find a real treasure. So grab those fancy Grace Kids bags. Oh boy, nice catch. And get ready for some fun.
Tonight, after your prayer journal time, you will also be making a magnet to help hang in your homes. This magnet will be a constant reminder of all the family fun you guys have had this entire week.
And be sure to snap some family photos when you find your treasure chest and post your photo on Grace Kids Facebook page using the hashtag Grace Loves Family. Happy treasure hunting, prayer journaling, magnet making time. As you have fun together tonight, always remember that Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
Trust Jesus.
Let's sing one more song before we go.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. And we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
We are so excited for what's in store for your families tonight. Don't forget to eat some dinner, have some fun, and then join us again right here at 7:30 to wrap up our last VBS day together. You don't want to miss our closing. It's going to be explosive. See you later, guys.
See ya.
Have fun.
Bye, guys.